Alright. So yeah, I'm a really big mess. We're just gonna try not to look at it. So, I wanted to do like a quick update on the medications that were prescribed to me. I keep coming back to trying to give updates on them, and I still don't know how long it's been. I want to say it's probably been maybe about a month now or so, somewhere around there. Because I know they say, you know, like however many weeks or a month that you have to give them to actually start to feel like what they do for you. And in my earlier videos, I always said like medicine just wasn't for me, because it wasn't. And it wasn't that I was against it. It was just I kept looking at it completely wrong. I kept looking at it like, I don't want to become dependent on medication. I don't want, just, I was thinking about it all wrong. And the times where I did try medication, they gave me like completely just, I don't know why they prescribed me what they did at first. And I feel so bad I do that in all my videos with my throat. So then this time, instead of it being a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever, this time it was my actual doctor who actually looked at my health records and like looked at my history and looked at like what might be concerning and what to stay away from and what to try to kind of like go towards, and actually look at what my goals were for overcoming the anxiety and depression, and came up with these 2 medications for me to be on. And so far, oh, I am so thankful for them. Now, I'm not sure about like going into like adjust how much I take or anything. I don't know if we're gonna ever up the dose, but I have to tell you what happened today. So I have never been able to just make a phone call. Like, I can't, there's something about just seriously like picking up the phone and calling someone, and I don't know, like, just a matter of like dialing the number and like putting, like, listening. I've tried things, like I've tried doing this way, I've tried speakerphone, nothing ever worked. Like, I never knew what to expect on the other end of the call, I guess. And it was like I had been through too many experiences of people just being completely just mean, and like you just don't know how to respond to them because you're on the other end of the line on the phone, and it's like, okay. And a lot of times it was for job interviews where people would just be completely just evil. Like, so I don't know if I'm like scarred for life from that. I don't know why, because like when I was younger I used to talk on the phone all the time. Like, we didn't text back then. Showing my age, stop it. But like today, there was this whole problem with this big purchase made and everything, and it wasn't even mine. But like, I was just so, like, I was so mad. I felt like I was lied to about it and everything, because I was the one who was actually questioning in the store about the item and things like that. And that was a huge step for me too. Usually I'm like, no, you go talk, but this time I actually did it. Like, I took the initiative to do it. And the item ended up being completely wrong. I felt lied to and everything. So today, I took it past that actual store. I was like, I refuse to deal with anyone there. Like, I went online trying to chat, trying to get out of having to do a phone call. But of course, they're like, oh, well, here's a phone number. And I had to wait forever for the chat too. And they're like, here's a customer service number. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I didn't wait this whole time just to get a number that I could have Googled. I was like, you're going to give me a number, and you're going to give it to me now. So they gave me the regional manager's number. And I was like, okay, well, I'm scared to actually make the call. I was like, can you just, like, I gave my number. I was like, can you just have him call me when it's convenient for him? Because I didn't want to, like, catch him at a bad time or whatever. Like, I worry about those things. And they're like, no, you just call, and if he doesn't answer, leave a message, he'll call you back. So I call, it goes straight to voicemail. I hung up, I freaked out a little bit. But then I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. Like, just do it. So I called back and I left a message. I couldn't even tell you what I said. Like, I was so nervous. I just, like, I tried to say as much as I could, but, like, keeping it short. Never heard back from him. So then I had to get back on again. I'm like, you're going to have to give me someone even higher up than regional manager. So they gave me VP. And I felt stupid because, like, obviously VP is going to be higher than regional manager. So I did confirm. I was like, dumb question, but is VP higher than regional manager? And they said yes. So I'm like, okay. So I call this number, the VP of this company, and it actually rang this time, and still no answer. Like, how unprofessional seriously is this? But whatever. So anyway, I leave a message again, freaking out, but I did it. And then I'm like, okay, it's been hours and nobody's getting back to me, so I'm gonna have to deal with the people at the actual store. And I was even more nervous because I was like, alright, well, I've already seen people there. Like, what if it's the actual guy who sold this? And it's furniture, by the way. So I got over it. I called the number and I'm like, is there a manager I can talk to? And they're like, well, they're with a customer right now. Is it something I can help you with? So I start going off. And I tried to be nice. I promise I tried to be nice about it, but I just started going off because I'm like, I am so frustrated. Like, I can't get a hold of anybody. Like, and this poor girl didn't know what to say, so she just gave the phone. She didn't even, like, say anything. She just gave it to the manager, and he's like, how can I help you? And I'm like, well, where do I start? But I ended up getting a discount. Like, it wasn't, they should have done more than they did, given the circumstances that I won't get into. But it's the point, like, I never would have been able to make a phone call, let alone 3. And not only to the store manager, but to the regional manager, to the VP of the company. And I had to go back in and face the guy afterwards to get the partial refund. So, like, that's crazy, and I never would have done that before. And I know that the medicine has a lot to do with it, because I know it's starting to finally balance out my chemical imbalance that I got going on in my brain. So I'm super thankful for it. I really, truly am. But I will say this, though. I feel like I'm wondering if I can try a higher dose now that I've been on it, because I can feel it helping me for once. Like, I feel it helping me. I notice a huge difference in myself. But the only thing is, like, I care way too much about things that I should just be able to, like, just let go after a while. Like, I know for everyone, something might happen and it'll bother you for a while or whatever, but, like, for me, it's, like, there for a really long time, and it doesn't just go away. And, like, last night something happened, and I'm like, it's okay, you know, I'll just sleep it off, wake up tomorrow, and, you know, it was still there the next day, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm caring about things I shouldn't care about way too much. So that's the only thing I will say, is that I'm wondering if I can maybe get the dosage up a little bit. Because I think there's 3 different options. I think I took the second. So I'm wondering if I can try the third, just to even try it, and then I could always go back down. But I won't know until I meet with my doctor again. And I still have to get blood work done. And with my lovely immune system that sucks, I have to wait until the coronavirus stuff dies down a little bit more. I don't know what I just kicked. To go get my blood work done and go back to the doctor and all that stuff. But it has helped me immensely so far. And I'm not over here trying to push meds or anything like that, because, like I said, if you look back at my older videos, I was always like, no, medicine's just not for me. I know it's for some people, but I'm changing my mind. And it's only because, like, I feel better. I'm still not there yet, and I know I'm never fully gonna be there. Like, I'm never fully gonna recover. It's not like some kind of physical condition that I can fully recover from. I know I'm always gonna have it, but just like something to make it easier to get through. So I am super, super, super thankful for this medicine. Both of them. Because, and I'm not gonna get all into, like, last month what happened, but you can find other videos about that too. But I was just getting constant panic attacks again, like worse than I ever have. And I'm so thankful for this medicine, just because those panic attacks, they're the scariest thing in the world when you feel like you can't breathe. They really are. And just to say a little bit about last month, I had to go in an ambulance by myself. You can see other videos about that. I won't go into detail here, but still, like, every time I see an ambulance or some kind of emergency vehicle, I still freak out a little bit inside. I'm like, I just remember it all. But then it's like, I know that the medicine is helping the imbalance, the chemical imbalance, I mean, going on. And I'm like, okay, but it's done, it's over with, it happened. You're getting it under control now. And, like, I can more, I don't know if I want to say, like, be more realistic about it, but I can just kind of take a step back and not completely get wrapped up in that past moment and freak out about it. So that's how I know that they're working. But there's still room for improvement. Just saying. But no, really, I wanted to give an update on this medicine because oh my goodness, am I grateful for it in every way possible. So that's my little update on my medication.